bad, fully bad. TKB in the place to go. Fully bad, land that boys in the place to go. Fully bad, Shmoney in the place to go. Fully bad, fully bad.
Slowly bad and I came bad and nilikuja juzi and niggas already mad. Why you tripping on my face? Keep up the pace. My paper clean and that's what I'm finna chase. Zimeshika fully bad, bilibili ndio naona. Mamangu bado nitamkora. Mashughuli usiku kwa kona. Cheza upigwa bakora. Shorty bad, my nigga bad. He pull up with the bag. This bitch is mad. Finna pull up on the track. Fully bad.
From afar, ati nilikinda sololi. The Lord knows bila siya cause he know me. Sifala wa kukam, niko yard. Fully bad, fully bad. TKB in the place to go. Fully bad, and that boys in the place to go. Fully bad, Shmoney in the place to go. Fully bad, fully bad. Me run things, unalia bad man, namageuka madman. Hizo ni juu niliweka 5 men down. LB, TKB, never fear, we are blow them. Of course, iko chuo, so sina gikos. Ukini cross, itabaki tuli checkmate. One day, superstars, our slogan. Our slogan till we die. Lesson 1, are you ready for this school class? Me a make a nigga beg, fuck with me a help us. Me not run dead boys, me I wanna be a cash lad. Me I wanna be a cash lad. From afar, ati nilikinda sololi. The Lord knows bila siya cause he know me. Sifala wa kukam, niko yard. Fully bad, fully bad. TKB in the place to go. Fully bad, and that boys in the place to go. Fully bad, Shmoney in the place to go. Fully bad, fully bad. That time niliwakalia nail. This time check your face, Buddha Joe, mina bring. Hakuna vile tabu, Joe it's too late. Mina wapa joma hits kama miss jana cheat. Niko na gun, ati uko masterclass. Easy to test Mr. Lumina. Suna ni chiki wezi di nite Dracula. Nasishiki kitu kawezi familia. Na feel fine lakini sijui why. Mina amini na wife na mkidi kubadai. Najita gangsta no jiku run why. Fully bad tuko outside speed like hizi signs. From afar ati nilikinda sololi. The Lord knows bila siya cause he know me. Sifala wa kukam niko yard. Fully bad, fully bad. TKB in the place to go. Fully bad, land that boys in the place to go. Fully bad, Shmoney in the place to go. Fully bad, fully bad.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, everybody who is tuning in with us on TikTok, on the radio, on StreamYard. How are you guys doing? Welcome. 17 minutes past 4 p.m. Kenyan time. Of course, this is the best radio station in Africa, the Black Hot Fire Network. Welcome to the rhythm. Oh shit! Welcome to the reaction time, where we get to react to all amazing videos all over the world in Kenya, politically, entertainment, health-wise, everything in it. But wagwan, let me know where you are tuned in from. You can interact with us on our YouTube page if you're listening to this, on the comment section. You can also talk to us on the website if you're tuning in under the show page section. Uko chini ki scroll to turn up place pa comment. And of course our number 0705-428-388. But karibuni to the Rhythm Scoop reaction time. They call me SH with the money plan. I'm joined by Joby and of course Kamlesh.
Good afternoon, grand rising, good evening from our end. Literally 18 minutes past 4. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And of course, welcome to another beautiful time of reaction time. My name is Joby. Enjoy the show, and of course, hit that like button.
What they say, plus I am the one and only Kamlesh. Welcome to the Black Hot Fire Network, and this actually is not the Rhythm Scoop show. Okay? We are reacting.
I don't know why I think it's Friday, guys.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It has gone super quick.
It is so fast.
Yeah.
So mnisamea nikisema reaction time, but mko aje though?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm good personally. Can't complain. Yep.
Kamlesh uko aje?
Hey.
Welcome back.
Much better than Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. First of all, on Monday, I had injuries.
Okay.
Plus, ushaikuwa driver.
Driver wa?
Keronyi wa matatu.
Nimekuwa mingi
Sa Keronyi.
Okay.
Uko tu hapo kwa Mombasa Road like every 15 minutes.
Wa Uber.
Yeah. Unajua hiyo iko na adabu.
Okay.
I mean, nimejipiga ma screenshot.
All right.
If you know, you know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm much better. At least today my stomach can hold food.
Okay.
I had a really bad case of food poisoning.
Alright.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill us?
Makes you stronger.
Yeah, so hata sasa nikaenda hapo nikule ubungao, sikwe mgonjwa.
Bungao so bungao ni nini?
Unajua bungao? Ni bungao, wala nilikula bungao. Wallahi.
Nimesikia. Bungao ni hizi madushbag.
Bungao, unaona hizi mavitu kupita wayaki we. Zinakuanga zimesimama kwa miti, big zinakuanga na big kubwa hivi za white zinakuanga zimesimama hivi.
Na.
Wallahi.
Ah.
Hizo ni crows.
Those are black and white.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Zinakuanga
The
kwa
ones in
yaki
our
we.
windows. Yeah.
No, hizo ni douche.
Okay.
Tena just na kama hizo ya kwangu.
Biggie, ni biggie.
Sana kidogo kirefu.
Like
they fly.
Yeah, they fly na kibigi. Alafu ni like white and grayish. Like
Okay.
hiyo ndio bungao.
Okay.
If you're buying cheap chicken in the streets, it might not be chicken.
Okay.
It might be a bird.
But kwani bungao haifai kukulwa ama? But people eat birds.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Unashika aje bungao?
I don't know how they
I
do
think
it.
growing up they used to be different type
Fair.
of birds you could eat. Like kama
Hiyo si kitu ya kukula, ni
Kama-
wenye kulangi flamingo.
birds zingekuliwa ni kama inaitangwa aje?
Kuku.
Achana na kuku. There's this ingine ya forest.
Ducks.
Fowls.
Duck.
Pamoja na
Ostrich.
kikamba.
Hizi zenye unaona kama kuku zinaitwa aje?
Guinea fowl.
Na. Hizi ones zinauzwa
Quail?
double price.
Quail. Yeah, quails.
Quail.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah,
is
growing
sweet
up
during
quails.
Turkey.
turkey.
Now that's
Okay.
that's perfectly edible.
Oh, okay.
But now the trick with turkeys is you cannot chinja a turkey kawaida. You see how you chinja kuku unaishika unakanyaga hivi.
Yeah.
Like turkey maybe upige kaslasha.
It has like shingo.
Yeah, itaji poison. Nyama itakuwa tu kali. Yeah.
Walai.
Inachikia kitu yake hapa.
Yeah.
So that is ikijua unaenda kuiua ama iko about kukuliwa na predator, it's like a whole lot of bile. So once it swallows that, it poisons the meat. The meat tastes bad.
Oh.
So you have to kill it as a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just walk up to it with a knife and
Kama kuku.
yeah.
And if it does that ikiwa alive, it's not effective to the
Nah, like it has to be at like inajua unaenda kuiua. Like utakuwa umekanyaga hivi unaenda kuikata.
Yeah, imejipoison.
So like tuseme kuna, and that's why you see most predators always go for the neck. Ndio at least ikijoga hapa ikitry kumeza hiyo kitu hiyo hapa kurishara ruka hakuna pali ya kuenda ndani.
That's crazy.
Yo, but yeah, so you see it's all about how, like, you see you wouldn't know if a wild bird is sick, okay, or if it's, you know, healthy, sick and healthy.
So
If
that
it's
was a
unhealthy.
wild bird that you ate.
Of course. Mimi by that as issue, because let me tell you, Shmoney, Maina, I
And
have
it's
never,
sweet, you can't tell.
alafu ilikuwa imemarinate.
They're really
vizuri.
nice.
Sawa. Halafu
I used to hunt birds. They're really nice.
yes.
Ah.
Oh my god, they're really sweet.
Ati kama douche
Like
ni
they're really,
tamu.
really sweet.
Hii sijai kula bird.
Oh my god.
Kwani kuku ni nini?
Wa kuku ichome tu hivi vizuri.
Shekula bata.
Ui.
Yeah.
Wala.
Never, even like turkey, never.
Wala.
No. I just
Shekula
ate
bata.
chicken.
No butter but rabbit and turkey.
And even rabbits I've never.
You've never eaten a rabbit?
Never.
Oh, so your entire pedigree of white meat is fish and chicken.
Fish and chicken, yeah, that's what I know.
So duck is actually much better than chicken. It's much richer. It's much more succulent, and it has like ngozi yake. It's a bit fattier, so you don't need like a lot of mafuta to cook it. That's why most
That's
people
a
just duck. So you don't need. You just roast it, and then it's amazing.
Turkey I know has really heavy meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heavy and thick.
Yeah, turkey by the way and red meat miss John a difference. It tastes too.
For real?
Yeah, but like a single turkey can feed us for a week.
Yeah, it's really big.
Yeah?
Like
Yeah.
it's super big.
So
like,
it's all
Yeah, I
about.
know that how big it is.
So like a turkey can weigh up to 32 kgs.
yeah, ni big by the way. Do you know, kumbuka said like we ate for like almost a whole week by the way.
Yeah.
It's just how you preserve it too.
Yeah.
If you know how to
Turkeys and
preserve food.
ukichinja turkey na kuchinja mbuzi, same thing.
For real?
Yeah.
Big sana.
Because like
Like
nikipatia
when
mguu
you
ya
have a biggie,
nikipatia mguu ya
it
turkey
has like
hautakurudi hapa
meat.
tena.
It has meat.
And it's and then nyama yake ni so how you
Soft
yeah
too.
but how that's when it's well cooked. If you don't cook turkey well, it'll utakuwa shinda.
I've eaten the soft
Yeah.
one.
So but yeah, you marinate it nicely.
Yeah.
You whatever you
Yeah.
put it like in
Okay.
foil, unaistuff ndani vizuri, and you throw it in an oven. And you put it in there for like 6-7 hours. Vizuri too on low heat. Succulent meat has never been there. See, this is why Americans eat turkey on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because turkey is like, that is rich man's bird. Unaget yani like, cause like a kg ya turkey ni like 950. Yeah. And hata iko kwa supermarket. That's why you know it's not for everybody. Mzima.
Yeah.
Mzima. I have never seen a whole
Clean
turkey.
shell.
Wapi hapo? A
Clean
whole
shell.
turkey.
Yeah, they sell a whole turkey. And it's like sijui wanauza
Hii ndio
pesa
maana
mingi.
uko wanaibi wangu.
Clean
Wako na
shell.
vitu safi
Clean
safi.
shells, there is turkey and there is chicken. So mimi nilikuwa nadhani sikia kwanza sema hii kuku imenona aje. You know, I was like, and then I see the price, I'm like, no, isi bei ya kuku, you know, and then you see that everything like a turkey, but not the big ones, but it's bigger than the chicken, like.
That's a small
Double.
bird.
Yeah.
So like, and it's
Hawauzi like the big turkey in a jaza, but they sell like turkey.
see like when you get like a turkey at Kilombao.
Not that one.
Wow.
Not that one. I
But-
think that might be 5. 6.
Now unachiki hiyo, huo ni mtoto, haja grow hata. Unacheki huyo ni mse alikuwa anataka kucash in quick and just decided, but if you give a turkey time, oh,
What are your perspective about street food?
I love street food. Like, you know me personally, oh my god, I love trying food. Like,
Okay.
I'm that person. I'll go spotting new joints, even like a restaurant Kamwe too.
Okay.
Like just again on Sunday, I was just like zururaing around. Then I spotted another new place somewhere around just Kware. Just like hii joint nakatuko na food tamu.
Okay.
Like me, I don't care the place, but
Yeah.
like totally it's just clean and the food
Yeah.
just seems to be nice. Like
Okay.
if I tell you like the most crazy joints I've tried in Rongai, mtashangaa. Like
Okay.
place wezi dhani kuna hoteli. Like me, I know hapo I can go get breakfast, I can go get good beans and chapati, nyama.
Okay.
Like I love street foods personally. Like I love exploring food.
Okay.
I'll suffer the consequences later. I
Alright.
don't mind.
Kamlesh?
my love for street food imefanya sijakuwa kazi. Okay.
Alright.
So for me, I love meat. Okay, and I like trying stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm curious.
I mean, it's just good.
Yeah, me hata
There's just a
niko kwa
feeling about
street,
it.
I see somebody like, hey, mbona hiyo nyama yako unachoma inanukia vizuri? Ni how much?
Unless it could disappointing.
Yeah, so
The sad part is just when it's
The
just
taste,
the
okay.
taste is bad.
yeah. Sasa hapo tu unachukua ngoma moja ukienda ukipatia mtu mwingine. But ni kama kupata mayai baridi. Like by the way, to all the mayai sellers, si hatutaki mayai baridi.
Samosa baridi ya
Bana.
wapi?
Unaniuzia aje chakula baridi?
Okay.
But it's the same concept, right? Like you have to try stuff, in my opinion. Like I'm a foodie, but people are denying that fact.
I think
Apparently,
I'm considering myself
wanasema
a
I'm a
foodie
slow
now.
eater.
Oh.
Na nini mimi
Oh.
nakulanga.
No, you're a bad feeder.
Ay,
Oh, someone else clarify.
Yeah, you are a bad feeder. I know that utaacha food kwa plate all the time. I don't know if it's something you've seen, but maybe every time you will eat ataacha.
I've told him that.
Yeah, so that would, for me, would make me a bad feeder for you.
No comment.
Okay. Because unajanita. Me personally about street food, me ni mtu choosy. Because yeah, inanilemeaga. So I think the highest I can go ni smoky ama mayai. And it depends. It depends ni wapi. Because unless I'm with my friends, tasimama nikule smoky wakikula.
So but I
huwezi nipata nikienda hivi unless niko na best yangu nasema hii base tuende. But mi huwezi nipata nasema acha nikule smoky, acha I'll pass it. Ama acha nikule mayai because inanilemea. Mtura saying I wouldn't wake up in the morning. Most mornings nimekuwa nikikuja sasa kwambia sikuji. It's always been
food.
Yeah, street, and it's not my thing most times. And then I just realized something. Hizi beza chuo mdo chakula zao ni tamu. Compared to utasema hii restaurant inakaa kubwa, acha niende ni try. Unapata food yao ni bullshit.
Like this is dungeon. That is something about the some.
Yeah. Hadi mabesa wako kanaambia wewe kuja kule hapa ndio utatesti huo. Achana na ile nyingine, you know.
So I have recently discovered this flani ya mtura na supu sio. Sawa. Supu nyingine. Hadi ukimwaga hivi uone through. Unageti yani
skatafuta ya miguu.
Wako na hizo hadi kichwa. Sawa. Alafu shout out to Colony. Alafu mtura yao, and this is how you know this is good mtura, it's not cheap. So they don't sell mtura yamba.
Okay.
Mtura ni kuanzia 100.
How is that place? Wow. It's like a hotel, right?
No, ni club.
Yes, you see now the club is different.
So club iko huku, then there's a butchery huku mbele, then hiyo butchery sasa hapo nyuma yao ndio ameni. So mtura inaanzia 100. Na inatoshana hivi. So nakukatia section yako, nakukatia wanakukia kwa plate. Plate safi. Kachumbari safi, ikiisha inaenda inaletwa ingine imetolewa kwa freezer, vitu safi. Lakini that mtura is worth the 100 shillings.
Sasa unaona mimi sasa hiyo kama hiyo ya club I can eat. Hiyo like wanaichoma na hiyo like hiyo hivyo, but sasa ile yenyewe tunatembea tu mama na uchoma kuku, zile kuku za kuchoma kwa streets zile.
I will eat.
Like hizo siwezi.
I will eat.
Okay.
Maybe as long as I'm hungry and I see food.
Yeah, you'll eat everything.
I will
I
eat.
think nowadays I'm just like that. I don't know.
Unaweza kula and it doesn't affect you.
Nah, I think also you have to, it's hard to, I think understand your situation where it's coming from, because especially like on Monday, it was demonstration. Then most of the people had closed their business. So we're gonna have like some
shady people.
You know, exactly, taking advantage of even kuchinja dogi. Mutina, alikuwa tu amechill mahali, anashikwa anachinja, then meat for the day, samosa for the day.
Bwana.
You, because you're hungry and there's no one who's open for the day for you to eat, you're gonna go along with it. By the time you realize you're like you really fucked up, but there's really some really good places of eating, like really nice ones.
Alright, me by day I'm a trier of restaurant. I'm a trier of like trying new stuff. Unaweza patata tao, I know a good place for shawarma, but it's the city place. Naona hapa na ukitoka Shmoney ni tumbo. That's what scares me most, because my stomach is like really
I also have a bad
choosy
sensitivity of stomachache, but I think, I don't know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Again, like it doesn't kill you, this makes you stronger. You know, so the next time we're gonna meet, maybe probably worse than that, you can still tolerate it.
By then nikirudio base,
like
nikirudio base na nipata yapiko kitu hata niaribikia tena.
Because I don't know,
my stomach is now familiar with that type of bacteria.
Me, I love street food. I love enjoying some good.
Wait, let me ask you all this. Have you ever tried game, like wild meat? Like deer or hippo or crocodile?
I've tried
pythons.
Crocodile. I've tried crocodile. What's the name of this place around Westland here? This famous Fogo Gaucho?
Fogo? Yeah,
Fogo Gaucho. Yeah, they sell crocodiles.
So it was a tail?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was nice actually. That's the only one.
Really
I've tried.
soft?
Yeah, soft. You can't fail. That's the only one I've tried.
It's almost like inapotea kwa mdomo.
Touch me, Dad.
Voila.
What's it you Adi? It's so good.
So hypothetical. We few of us are lost in the wilderness, Masai Mara somewhere, and tumeachwa huko, tukajenga ka tent yetu na try to survive, and then this one day hatujashika kitu, but kuna python tumeua. Will you eat it?
No. No.
I mean, I'll eat.
No.
You know, I tell you, I'd eat it. It. First of all, it's not a poisonous snake, and it's like 95% muscle.
I don't care.
Naipasua, naitoa hiyo ngozi, natengeneza kiatu hapo hapo, na naistick kwa whatever, na tuna barbecue hiyo kitu very fast, very quick. Like cause like you're no poisonous and you're all muscle. That means like this is really lean meat.
I don't trust.
Wapi kaende, we shall eat this snake one.
I know.
Hey.
I saw somebody actually testing.
Would you try a hippo?
Maybe.
If you can try hippo, you can try crocodile.
I said maybe.
Okay.
What about giraffe?
I think I'd be interested in an antelope more. An antelope looks sweet.
Oh, they are.
Antelope ni kama
Nakatu like it's
Mbuzi.
like a
No,
mbuzi.
way
Yeah,
better.
it's just
For
given-
real?
Way better.
But people eat
That's-
it, right?
Yeah,
That's the
it
extent
is
of
amazing meat.
Okay.
I'm even jealous of life.
You see what I'm picking on? It's good.
Yeah, amazing meat. Even like deer, amazing meat.
Yeah, deer I think nimesikia.
Yeah.
Yeah, people trying deer.
Yeah,
so I've
antelope and
had
deer,
that.
same creature.
I've had-
Yeah.
I've had
Zebra is good meat too.
Zebra.
Yeah.
I'm trying a zebra.
Huh.
Even giraffe. Giraffe is good meat. The same with ostrich.
That's what you
Okay.
know.
No, like let's assume imekuja ku encroach. And then you had no other reason but to kill it. Yeah, I'd even try an elephant.
Oh my god, I wouldn't try. But of course.
Of course, si ngozi, sikuli ngozi, sikuna nyama ndani. So unatoa ngozi, hiyo ni kiatu.
Alright, I couldn't.
Hey, imagine ambia msee cheki kiatu yangu, najua ni nini?
Elephant.
Hii ni ndogo.
But unajua people make that even with the skins of wheat, animal print and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive.
Those shoes are really the cutest.
Yeah.
They are the cutest.
So you wear like a snake skin shoe.
No, I've had like I've got like skin sandal.
You wouldn't wear like
so cute.
snake skin.
No.
What
Me, I
now?
have. Me, I
Oh,
have. I have a
I don't
couple.
really like the prints.
Okay.
Oh, what about
I don't think I don't have in my clothes.
crocodile?
Never had a snake print on my clothes.
crocodile type of thing?
No.
I
Okay.
have
My print is just cheetah mostly.
Cheetah.
Ah,
Zebra cheetah.
type of thing. Yeah.
Zebra
Alright.
cheetah. That's my
Animal print.
Yeah, me, I have all. I think I have a crocodile, I have like a snake shoe, I have like animal print, viatu and jacket and top. And I find it like every time I see an animal print, I don't leave it. It's always the first thing inani attract because like hata kama ni gani, hata kama ni cheetah, sometimes like dots, because sometimes you never know. Something that is
So,
really nice.
but how do you get a hunting license in Kenya?
I don't know.
I wanna get one.
Maybe become like a poacher.
No. I wanna like there's legal times where there's like you can hunt game legally.
Okay. I
Okay.
don't know about
I don't want to
that.
be a poacher.
Yeah.
Like after I participate in hunting competitions
Okay.
and stuff like that. Because see, there are foreign people who come to hunt here legally.
I know it's illegal. Is it legal or
No,
illegal?
there are times where like there'll be an overpopulation of let's say antelopes or deer somewhere.
Just
Because you know, no, because you know this is what happens.
Illegal, really.
This is what happens. So utapata like when there's less predators in a location and more prey, okay, so the antelopes and the whatever zitakuwa mingi than these people can eat, so they will start overgrazing, so there's no grass, so the more they become, the less food there is, and they might all die due to starvation.
Okay.
So you'll find that the rangers and the government will open like a hunting season.
Okay.
That's why unasikianga kuna hunting season ya kitu fulani. Yeah. So you find like hunters and it's like a competition and that type of
It's
stuff.
even here in Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya, South Africa.
I don't know about it. I just knew it is illegal to actually poach.
Yeah, some people eat monkey, you know, like those Hadzabe guys. Yeah.
I know Chinese will do the same. If they can eat frogs, anything is possible. Literally.
So would you eat a lobster?
Did we eat a lobster over there? No.
Crab.
I think I tried crabs and prawns.
How was
So
it?
it's nice.
Lobster is nice. There's no difference between a frog and a lobster. Actually, a lobster is rice. It's more like a cockroach of the sea.
It has big meat.
That's the only difference between it and a frog.
I didn't get that shit.
Huh?
I didn't get it.
You ate the crab.
Yeah, I ate the crab,
How was
but
it?
it was like a struggle.
Why?
It's really nice.
Yeah, even the prawns. Tuka si ati ni kitu nitago to like.
You didn't like the smell?
Yeah, ulikuwa tuko unaenda di home bado tuko na your smell. And then the struggle for me kutoa hizo shit. Like for me was
I
the
like them with
struggle. The struggle for me, you just need a lot of patience. Nah.
Because it depends with how you order them, right? Because
Yeah.
I remember Nish ordered them fried.
Yeah.
And then you can order them with maybe the shells. Kama unaweza jitoa mwenyewe.
Unaweza tolewa.
Yeah.
So there's a
I
way
don't like mine
you
removed.
twist and pull,
Yeah.
and then you remove the vein.
Yeah.
So
You
I
get?
like
Yeah.
to veins because they come. Ziko too fried, yeah? So
But you know that's. So
taste
let me,
it.
let me tell you why you should remove it.
Remove the scales.
Nachikia katikati unaambiwa utoe. Any intestine.
Inakwanga imetolewa intestines.
Oh.
Ilikuwa imesafishwa.
Oh yeah, see.
Inakwanga imesafishwa.
Oh, I'm saying when it's live,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're cooking it, like so you twist,
Yeah.
pull, toa vein, fry that
There's
shit.
like tutu vitu tumesimama, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I like when mine come like that in the place.
Yeah.
Add with the face.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't get
Shit.
that. I didn't.
It was so nice. Yeah, because she
So-
refused to like eat all of
Mimi
them.
nilibeba hadi home
All of
kazi
them.
dishi. Me, I didn't get
what about an octopus?
it. I didn't try.
I want to try an
haven't
octopus
tried.
next time.
It's really nice
I
though.
haven't tried.
It looks really like tender.
But seafood.
I just realized, my perspective, I think, because I think I'm from the lakeside, right?
Okay.
And I'm used to lake
Fish.
So in my perspective, it was supposed to
Really
taste
fishy.
and be fishy. Like that's what I was expecting, right?
No.
And then I tried. The taste it's not fish. It's nothing
Yeah.
close to
Yeah.
what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I tried a lot of times, but it
Oh,
was
no,
not.
So I feel like you need to
crabs.
find.
There's the taste of crabs. Kwanza ukipasua hizo miguu.
Yeah, when
Hiyo
you.
nyama yake.
And then
Because
so
mimi
you
kwa
take
shanga like hii
it,
kitu
you
ni
dip it
ugly.
in butter.
Na inakuja kama iko colors mingi.
Just
Just
eat
like
foot
what
by
the-
foot.
Yeah.
Foot by foot.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
you,
get that
you
shit.
break it, you dip it in butter, okay,
Oh,
and
God.
you go to
And then the
town
funny thing is,
on that
hiyo
claw.
kitu ni kubwa alafu nyama unapata ni kadogo.
So, attend from So, in fine dining, it's never about
I
quantity.
know, but I'm like, what the heck? It's a whole struggle, and then it's like, I didn't get it. No.
But-
That was so nice. I really love it.
Personally, I like trying stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I think my experience with seafood hasn't been bad.
Okay.
So I'm curious. I don't like fish,
Yeah.
but I like crab.
Yeah.
Not massively. Kuna vitu watu watuambia crawdads and shit. I like the prawns and shit,
Yeah.
but specifically cooked. So there's this style ya kuziboil,
Yeah.
okay, where you like boil the prawns like with juice and citrus and corn and potatoes.
Yeah.
Like it's a boil. Sa-
Boiled. I want
And
to try that.
unatoanga hivi
I'm
like
very
it's
tempted to order
citrusy.
some.
So it's citrusy. It's alafu unekadi orange juice. You don't put water.
Okay.
Ama
Or,
machungwa.
yeah, see your orange juice, machungwa,
Yeah.
everything inatoka ikiwa hadi it's orange itself.
Okay.
Sasa unaitoa hivi.
Corn meat.
I don't
It's
know.
amazing.
Like it's
Yeah.
really good. If you look at I personally look at most of the Americans cooking,
Yeah.
and I love the boiled seafood.
Okay.
So I've seen lately also in Kenya we have like different joints literally
Okay.
selling that. Even yesterday I saw one on TikTok. I'm like, wow, 500 for because it's like a zip bag, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then mwaga tu kwa
Yeah,
tray.
that's
You eat
everything.
like literally 4 people mnashiba
Mm.
because it's
Ni
maize,
sinia.
prawns, potatoes, crabs, shrimps, literally everything like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You gotta love seafood.
Alright.
No.
Anyway, as we start the conversation.
Yeah.
30-40 minutes later.
That's how you know we are good at what we do.
Literally.
We can have a conversation about
Anything.
seafood for 40 minutes.
A whole
Literally.
conversation.
About food.
Food.
Literally.
And now, thank you for tuning in. That was our
I
food
do that
session.
actually on my shows.
Yeah.
I've been doing, I think, for the last 2 months, which I put in a pause because I need to find new things to share.
Yeah.
I've been sharing like American food culture,
Oh, okay.
where it comes from. Because if you look at most of the food of Black Americans, it's from enslavement, Jim Crow,
Yeah.
civil rights movement.
Chitlins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chitlins.
Yeah.
Chitlins, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, literally.
Guess what
All that.
chitlins is?
I don't know.
But two.
Ni matumbo ya pig.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but if there's
Imagine.
something I really take up from, I really want to do is get myself a smoker. I bet Keith would understand what that is.
Yeah.
So a smoker like slow cooks meat, okay? And I want to get a meat thermometer, and I want to learn how to make a brisket, because that, it always fascinates me how they cook it for like 16 hours. Like, how you cooking meat for 16 hours? And then like the way it comes out, like juu inakanika imechomeka. Kata hivi hadi na pull off.
Inavutika
Bana, you're
chini.
like, my God.
I get it. The technique of fanya hivi. Yenye unafunika. Is it the one?
Yeah.
Unaifunika
Unaifunika
Yeah,
hivi. Yeah, the
exactly.
smoker.
Yeah.
You get.
I know
Because
it.
with a smoker, like, you can do anything.
It's like an oven but outside.
Yeah, outside.
Yeah, I've
Like,
seen it.
and you just patiently. And
It's
then,
crazy because I always see these people who cook. Unasikia, I cook this for 14 hours, 8
Yeah.
hours.
yeah.
I'm like, so nilikuwa fanya ukingoja.
And hiyo ni time. Hiyo ni time yenye hiyo kitu imekuwa kwa moto.
Imagine it's so
Alipiga
interesting.
prep 5 hours ago.
I think it's
Akaiacha irest.
amazing. It's really amazing because I feel like looking at the hospitality classes,
Yeah.
practicals sometimes they were really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like,
You had fun.
they were really, really fun because there's a process of marinating food before muende.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then come the next day, mpate it's well done.
Yeah.
Then there's
Yeah.
process of preparing everything. Like, there's just something about it. Then there's time for cooking everything.
Yeah.
There's also time for if you have, like, let's say an order, like a whole lesson. Like, it's amazing. Like,
And then,
so you'd love it literally. You should
Like-
feel like
like with Americans,
cook it with love.
yeah, Americans will make a brisket for like 12, 14, 16 hours. Then wanaitoa from the whatever, and they let it rest for like 2 hours. Like, how am I letting you rest? No, I've been waiting for you for 2 days.
You've been eating though.
Yeah, but you see, this is it. Yeah?
I know.
This is it.
Ah,
So I just, but nataka tu kuonja. Like this, hata afungue ati let it
I know.
rest for 2 hours, anaenda anafanya vitu zake anarudi. No,
Unasikia
mimi nakuonja
16 hours.
ndio niende.
But let me ask you, between like, because let me say trial of food,
Yeah.
what would you prefer? Would you prefer like the African dishes or like the American dishes?
Oh,
America
my
doesn't
God.
have dishes. It's immigrant dishes.
From Africa.
You get, like, all these things you're talking about are done by black people. So
Yeah.
it's black food.
Oh, so
And
that's
then
why I'm
it's-
asking you. But you know it's different, Kamlesh.
No, you see,
It's Joby. It's, you know why
here's
it's
the
different?
thing.
For me, when we had Nish, she used to cook, right? And even her way of cooking, they still have their own style. And I'm like, this is from Louisiana, or this is from where? You
Well,
know, and
I'd
stuff
say
like
Isn't
that.
that just
Personally-
ingredients?
Personally,
No, but
yeah,
even like
thank you.
it might be ingredients, Joby, but even how they cook it,
Well,
like
I'll
it's
the
their own
oven.
style.
I'll say
No,
personally.
it's their own style. Like, see, there's a difference between like chakula
Yeah.
yangu traditional food, and then I'll be like, okay, let me try this new food I've never tried.
What I've learned again in those periods of sharing this, learning the originating of most of the cultural soul food in general, they call them soul food, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
it originated from.
Yeah.
Looking at Jim Crow, civil rights, most of the slaves, because tunaongelelea slaves, they literally came with this knowledge from Africa, and majority is actually West Africa. Like, you can most of the Black Americans food is as
West
it's
African.
centered on
It's
West
yams,
Africa. Yeah, yam.
sweet potatoes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's a
Maize,
that's a very
collard
West African.
greens.
Yeah, very West African culture.
So it's literally still originated back to us. It's just that
Yeah.
there's a different way of preparation, yes,
And
but it's because of
ingredients.
ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you prefer?
Both. I'm gonna do all of them. Like
Why
I said, I'm an
choose it? It's
explorer
my
of food.
culture.
Yeah, I'm an explorer
No,
of
I'm
food.
just asking you
No,
which
but-
one.
Personally,
here's
like I
the
said, I'm an
thing.
explorer of food, so I'm gonna do both.
No, so we have to choose
Yeah,
African.
me too.
But now imagine if you mix the two.
Exactly.
Hakuna-
Like this
but
is
you have
something
to
about
choose.
it.
Like you have to choose.
So like
Africa
like
because
for,
I love
Like
ugali.
for-
eat like.
I
Luya,
love
But
ugali.
you know they don't eat that ugali.
I know that's what I'm
also.
saying.
So that's what I'm saying.
If I have to
there's a
choose,
difference.
you know how
Africa.
Luyas cook kienyeji chicken?
Exactly.
It's in a clay pot.
Yeah, boil
Okay.
it.
And that's like now African
Na-
indigenous.
Na haiyekwi mafuta, iko na mafuta
Yeah,
yake.
exactly.
Na iko na kichwa hadi miguu.
Exactly.
Okay.
Na intestines.
Hizo ziko kando. Hizo unaekewa
Either mchome ama
Hizo,
uziweke
so
kwa
what they
mdomo.
do-
Zinatolewa,
Zinatolewa,
unaosha.
then-
Zinafungwa kwa hiyo mguu.
Exactly,
probably.
kufungwa kwa
ama kwa kakijiti ama kaspoon
But
na
most of
inakuwa hapo
the
ndani
times
zina
mguu.
Miguu, eh.
iboil hapo yote.
Exactly.
Sawa.
That's how we cook, but that's how my mama cooks.
So mnakaa hapo hiyo kitu inachoka. Hadi hiyo nyama unapata unashika hivi kitoka. Na hiyo ni kienyeji.
Exactly.
Inakarangwa na mafuta yake. Sawa.
Na waiki sijui paprika and shit.
Hiyo
And
kitu
it
ina
is so
ina-
nice.
So nice.
Have you ever tasted chicken tasting like chicken?
I
Yeah,
have.
kienyeji.
Yeah, that's how
Hadi
we
unatoka hapo
cook.
bado mikono zinanuka kuku.
I know.
Now that's what you experienced with seafood, but you were not used to it.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
That's crabs now.
I
Yeah.
don't.
That's
So like
That's
they were
I
the
don't
shrimps.
get
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
you have to
Scent. There's a
Yeah.
scent.
I don't get
share-
it.
and
Walikuwa sema zinanuka vibaya. I'm like, me, I love this.
No, I didn't even love the smell of prawns.
They
I was
look-
like, tulifika home the
they
next day,
smell
bado tu
nice.
tunanuka prawns.
kwenye kuoga.
Nilioga hadi unafungua hivi fridge ni harufu yake. I think maybe in my mind I was like it's a unajua ile perspective yenye uko nao kwa akili.
Now
It's
imagine
fish.
you can make a
It's
sandwich
not
with
fish.
that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. You just have to get used to it.
Like even a burger.
I think one thing you just have to be
that's
careful
okay.
when trying foods is Nigerian foods.
Why?
I love
Because
Nigerian.
the spices, number one.
I love their
the first time I had
spices.
jollof rice. It was cooked by
got a hard
Kenyan,
one.
but it was really spicy.
Yeah.
Like then we tried it the second time when it was the same taste.
Yeah.
So it is spicy.
Yeah.
Then there's this stretchy thing I've always wanted to try,
Okra.
like it's called okra.
It's the
Yeah, that one mixed of fish and everything,
oh,
smelling
with okra.
Yeah. oh so bad. Like why are you? And then you see how people are eating that shit.
That
Unaona
shit
mtu
is so nice.
anajibamba.
That shit is so nice.
Mtu anajibamba.
Egusi.
Egusi
Yeah.
soup. Yes.
So
and it's
good.
soup.
And no, but it's soup with meat.
Yeah, but
and
it's still
fish
soup.
and blackfish and tuna.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really nice. For me, I feel like I love Nigerian food. The first time you have it, it might be like kind of weird, but you continue having it, it's sweet. But it depends on different soups. For me, my favorite jollof. I make jollof for yesterday.
She
I
can't
made
make
jollof.
for us jollof.
Yesterday I made jollof at
And
home.
now niletea.
Ilikuwa fixed.
Ati ilikuwa fixed.
Iliisha. But yes, I love jollof. I love egusi. I find it's really, really nice. But it depends on which soup you try, because Nigerians have a lot of soup.
Soups.
A lot
And they
of
love
meals.
okra. Wow.
And they put okra in everything.
Okra ndio dania kwao. Wallahi.
Okra ndo dania.
Na watoangi seeds.
Na-
Nipo
Wana
hivyo.
ipata hivyo tu.
Eh.
Yeah.
Sababu wanataka hiyo.
Yeah.
Because when you don't want the seeds, like it will really, like I utainua hivi hiyo kitu iachiliaje,
Yeah.
unaikula tu ndio unaika
No,
unauma.
but if there's the white thing they also put
Yeah.
in a kaka flour, but
Yeah.
it's not flour. They put it to make
inakaa
it.
mayai.
Yeah.
Cornstarch.
I don't, not the cornstarch.
Mm.
There's another one. I don't know. It has a traditional name.
Uh-huh.
They put it to make their soup thick and slimy.
Yeah.
If they don't have the okra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you have okra? Plant okra, my guy.
Exactly.
Hata mimi niko na okra kwa
Yeah,
shamba.
yeah. I don't know.
Do you have a problem?
No, I don't have a problem. I love okra.
Very healthy.
I love okra.
No, you
South
don't.
African dish? Which one?
Oh, never tried any. So
This one is the dish though.
No,
they have ugali.
No, wait. So South Africans have this thing where chutney. No, so it's bread,
Okay.
and then wanatoa katikati. Okay, then they stuff it with like extra spicy meat
Okay.
and like spices and whatever. So it's like mkate nusu yenye imejazwa manyama na beans na
Like a
nini.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's very Indian. You know, Durban, I can only claim to have been in one location, and it's KwaZulu Natal.
Yeah.
And my whatever
Yeah.
is KwaZulu Natal, whatever
Yeah.
experience. But yeah, your mouth will be on fire. Like it's, I forget, is it chutney? Or they have a name for it, and it's very Indian based.
Okay.
But yeah,
It's
and
Indian food.
so there are a lot of Indians in South Africa.
Yeah, there's also a lot of Indian foods here in Kenya
No,
that
no,
you might
this-
think is
this-
also Arabic.
You
but
think
tunashukia ni
you
Indian.
think there are a lot of Indians in
Yeah.
Kenya until you get down there.
For real?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Indian food, not Indian.
Now there, Indian food is kawaida.
Yeah.
It's like mindy choma. Like it's everywhere. Like it's a very multicultural society. It's not, and it's almost not. You can almost not feel the full African. Like it's like a no, and I'm really serious about this. It's like a melting pot of different cultures from Indian to Dutch to African, and then they added the coloreds. Okay, because when they created the colored category in their race, they created a whole other race of people. They even speak differently. Okay, and most of them don't have front teeth. I don't know why.
Indians.
No, coloreds, man,
Okay.
coloreds.
Oh, okay.
Wanakuwa na zile dentures.
Okay.
So, and somebody is 25, bro. But where
Come on,
did your
maybe it's
teeth
in
go,
their
girl?
culture.
No, they're just really crazy.
What do you mean? Maybe it's in their culture na
No.
kuwa kama wajaka.
No, I don't know how to explain. Just, it's like they're crackheads by nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because also unaona kama hii restaurant hapa chini.
Oh, the Pakistanis.
Yes. You can think, but
It's Indian.
angalia food. You can think it's Indian, and then you can also think it's Arabic, like Swahili. Because ukienda pia like Swahili dishes, you
Yeah.
find their food there. Like
But something I liked, but it fucked me up at the time as well. Oh, pardon my French. It messed me up at the my Brigitte. Ha! Wow! I don't like Candice see 50 minutes of
Siku
wow!
inaona.
Kai! See this but yeah, so like Ethiopia has raw meat.
yeah.
Will you try it?
No, I can't. I like it. I like it well done.
Would you try raw meat?
So you like Maasai people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maasai
So
also eat raw.
yeah. So like what they do is, and this is where it came from. So when they were at war, they realized that the enemy used to spot them by wakipika hiyo moshi. So they started, since like ng'ombe zao zilikuwa healthy hazina worms and stuff, they started just eating the meat evil. And it's a whole thing, yeah. And it's really nice. But
I don't know,
when they do anjera,
They say curiosity kills a cat, so maybe let me just try.
yeah, are you dead?
No.
Exactly.
Something,
It was nice. Kwanza sasa ichukue na uipitishe kwa like ka na ka soy sauce.
like a mafuta.
Kwanza uchukue hiyo soy sauce umix na ka vinegar kidogo, uongezee ka
Like
olive
a
oil
mixed-
na uweke ka
exactly,
pilipili.
eh?
Sawa, hivyo na ukagonge hivi na upitishie
Bro.
like raw meat hivi na
No.
so this is why white
Not
people
even
call it
healthy,
beef
though.
tartare. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what white people
When I
call
was
it.
young.
Yeah, beef tartare. But it's really good. So they even put it on anjera, like utekewa raw meat if you want.
For real?
Yeah, so you can eat everything
So
plus the raw
Ethiopians
meat.
take raw meat.
Yeah.
Hey, Swahili dishes are fun.
And then there's this thing Kisis do where they mix like see that juice ya tumbo. kwa
Nigeria.
in like an animal. Hiyo yenye iko kwa tumbo.
No, I don't know.
So unaona after umetoa, when you slaughter let's say a goat and uko kwa intestine, so si unatoa first of all the solid mass and nyingine. So there's this, and it's cultural. It's among Kisi's. There's this, the rani. Watakuseme rani poop. Ya mwisho. Like ilikuwa huku juu. Like from the bile and everything. So wanachukua hiyo, wana mix na damu. So and then they drink it. Yeah. And then you can even cook it.
I know cooking.
Yeah.
The blood.
Yeah, najua ya damu ya kupika, and it looks like they put
No,
it inside, stuff it in a kampura menona.
Wana mix, wanaweka kachumvi, wana mix inakunywa.
Ina nini inashikana, then they just like drop it. It needs to boil.
Even in the
As a
chicken.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ya kuku inafanywa hivyo.
Yeah, but yeah, that is, so I was, I have too many Nyanza friends, people. Shout out to my Kisii friends.
Shout out to your people.
My people. By the way, you feel me in Kisii chini ya maji ni venye sijui.
That's why you keep talking bad about them. But shout out to them.
Sijaongelewa Kisii vibaya. Just because what Kisii, they are what they are, and this is why I like Kisii
Yeah,
people.
who they are.
Kisii people understand who they are, and they love themselves for what they are. They will never to pretend to be what they are not. So, and it's the same way we used to like kuongelea Waluya. Like it's not hatred. It's appreciating different cultures and different people. Like it's amazing to me how ukiongelesha Mkisii, Kizungu, they sound like this. But let them receive a phone
That is
call,
sweet.
and suddenly,
Yeah.
and you're like, bro,
What
wow.
happened? Yeah.
But you understand, it's how their language, the tone of the
Intonation.
goosey, the intonation of the goosey
Exactly.
language, and you're like,
Definitely
yo, that
agree.
is amazing.
I definitely do agree.
And then wana kiburi, like kiburi on kiburi.
For real? Don't know that.
And then they don't know how to fake shit. If they don't like you, they don't like you. Toka hapa, enda.
For real?
Yeah, we by the way ni Bambi. Na wachi ujinga unafanyanga hapo, sikujange hapa kuongea hivi sana.
I've never met an egocentric
Allah.
person.
Wow.
All of them are
What unajua?
I've never.
Wow. No, but I feel like it's a Nyanza thing. Ego is a Nyanza
Yeah, I'd
thing.
say literally. If you say Luo is like, it's
No,
there.
it's different. Like ego yao na Jaka is different. So Mkisii,
Pitia wa Jaka.
no, jasema imepita. Mkisii, unachi. Shout out to Matiai. Unaonanga kiburi ya Matiai?
Kuna kiburi gani?
Ujaiona?
Maybe tu yenye hatujui, yenye tu iko in the power.
Oh, let me put it this way. Wakisii ni kichwa ngumu.
Okay, that maybe.
Na kichwa ngumu yenye iko na kiburi. Sasa, nikatakwambia, na by the way, tusisoeane hivyo sana.
wananibo. Yale tu wakisi wananibo. Wananifuata kila dike ya geta. Mwongego nikakumbuka kiasi kangu. Wananibo kila.
No, but shout out to our Kisii brothers. They're amazing people.
Shout out to them. But before we come
Ati wanakubo.
Wananibo.
Kwa nini?
I know my caretaker. I just remember it pisses me off by asking me this letter every morning. I can to share about
Kids.
single motherhood, also going there, support system and stuff like that. We also have Jackie Matube who's trending. So there's also like
Why?
a lot. Jackie Matube is trending because she came out and
Yep.
talks about her relationship openly and said how she was
tried.
a provider. You know, she tried so much. She tried so much to make it happen. The relationship and co-parenting. She used to go back and take the kids drive all the way. So there was a time she was sick. You can give your perspective, Kamlesh. She was saying there was a time she was sick, ako OC, and ambiwa baada tumie pesa ya gas. She's talking about, if she doesn't pay the house help, the guy is not going to take care because no seem to work. I remember she has also 2 baby daddies. She also opened about a conversation of how watu wanasema, unajua watu sema mtu atakujaji niko na baby daddies wawili ama watatu, si ndio? Lakini mtu ajui. Lots of the women don't get to talk. I feel like they get a lot of discrimination of there's a problem. Mbona ni hao wote unajua? And I'm not saying she's on the right space, but nobody also gets to give their perspective about how that happened and why it happened to them. You know, so she went and opened about it. She was talking about, she wished she had actually angetulia after getting the first kid and just saying, let me take time before I actually, and then
I wish. I wish.
And then unapata umemzalia and everything you thought, and then boom, another thing happened.
So do you want us to share our perspective after the video or now?
Yeah, I want us to. I was not talking
So
about.
Let's talk about Matubia before we get there.
All right, let me share. Let me put
I'm
this
just
first.
a weird thing because I'm just from taking a shower. I'm just giving back to a child. I'm taking a shower. When I'm coming to dress, he's like, "Oh, baby, the gas is done. The nanny needs money for the gas." And I'm like, I just gave birth. And so such things are irritating me. I started getting irritated. Normally before the child, I was like, oh, it's okay. He will get his finances. But now it's irritating me.
It's irritating, okay.
It's irritating because I'm like, can't you see I'm just from giving birth? I'm in a hospital. You're the ones at home. Then I realized, oh my God, if I don't send this money, my other child is going to sleep hungry because the nanny needs to cook for my other child. So it got to a point where I realized it's not about finances. It's, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like the position of I don't care about you and I don't care about the children and all these things, yeah.
Why do you think you can feel the pain?
Me, what I'm gonna say, number one, I always have an issue with, again, what she just said. People judge, you jump from one baby daddy, now you have the second one, maybe you're the problem. Yes, you are
I
the
am
problem.
society. I am judging.
Yes, you are the problem. I mean,
You're
like,
the common denominator.
the first marriage already failed. Me personally, always look at it again. I've said I've learned from my family, from looking at friends. The first marriage has failed, and of course, to some people, the second marriage will work till eternity. Maybe the third marriage will work till eternity. But sometimes, till how many men are you gonna keep on jumping into and having different baby daddies till it works out? That's another question. You're willing to have 5 baby daddies in the upate your true love so that you think the world is now fulfilled and you're a happy mother and a happy wife. That's just another question. Like, I feel like women literally, especially once the relationship fails, I'm not saying it's wrong to try, but I think you should reason about more of the future of your kid. I don't know. And also yourself, until like a man literally proves himself, not a man trying to prove himself. A man cause mtoto wa kwanza unafaa kulearn vitu mingi. Like you're just supposed to learn a whole lot. I don't know, kids are supposed to either change your mentality, ways of thinking, which is supposed to either make you smarter or you can become dumber. And sadly it's crazy because most of these single mothers after the first marriage probably fails because of you listening to family, friends, because that's what most of the cases happens even in today's generation. Family, friends, people getting into your ears. You unasahau what happened to relationships being solved between the two people. That is something I keep on questioning. Like just two people talking, sitting down, mbonge kama watu wakubwa, talk if this is gonna work or it's not gonna work. Such kind of conversations zilienda wapi. It's crazy. So that's the number one problem I really have with women who jump from one baby daddy to another thinking, oh, because this failed, this one is gonna work. Then because say your pili may fail, you're gonna try the third one. How many baby daddies are we willing to have? So you are the problem. Check on yourself. There's something you're seeking and you're seeking it from outside, and to the point it might affect your children. Because you see women who actually do this and it ends up literally affecting their children, where they're so focused on the man they're sleeping with or the man who's gonna literally wife them, literally no dowry even nini, umekwa tu kwa nyumba bora tu wewe unaitwa bibi ya mtu na anakulipia rent na watoto wanakula kila siku. We think that's the end of it. I really have a really big problem with that. Then secondly, she's talking about the exposure. Personally, as I'm aging, something I'm literally understanding and I've understood after living with people, because I've really lived with people, and living with people, knowing how to live with people is something very, very important. Very important. Not burning bridges also is something that is gonna help you later. Maybe or not, but some bridges they're willing to burn. Yeah, there's some you look at, say if you can literally just kuna mtu unazangalia uko like say future yake kuna venye tunaweza saidiana. Unaona, I don't want to burn this bridge. Ukisikia mtu venye anabonga uko like nah, this bridge will come to help you one time. There's something I've learned in all that, living with people, not burning bridges, and also not talking loudly about how you've helped people, because I've seen the effect of that on me. What walikuwa ansaidia, how they were talking about me, and how it really used to make me feel. It puts in a very uncomfortable place. Number one, of being around there. So probably even if this marriage was to work, the husband was to utapata maybe saya poor financially, you know, because life never hautakuwa stuck forever. You won't remain in the position you are forever. Things will change. Your life is gonna become better so long as you're working towards it, literally. So right now, probably yes, he has money. Yes, he wanted the relationship to work out. Yes, he was stuck.
Yep.
And all he needed was understanding, because you are married.
Yep.
And I'm saying sorry for you picking up a failure of a baby daddy somehow, because I met that man personally. You know, sometime Nilim judge, but also looking at him, I've seen him in a podcast. I'm not gonna say much.
I know, my God.
Okay, listen. I've seen him in a podcast, and that's what I'm defending. You know, it's not my fault. Like, they'll be pushed according to maybe your action. They'll act good, but also maybe the way they are being pushed is gonna push them back to not act well. I've seen that with most of the baby daddies too. Kuna mtu atakuwa pushed to the button of where unapana child support, but it's never appreciated. We see so many viral videos going viral of how a man is struggling to just even get snacks for their daughters or pay something for their daughter, but the baby mama is acting up, dramatic, you know, anataka extra a benefit. But the main factor here is the kid, not you. Our relationship is over, you know.
Can I ask a question? What does her first baby daddy do?
I don't know.
He's a pilot. Okay? And she's always bragging about how he takes care of his kid. Now, I'm dating you, yet you're always bragging about how your first baby daddy is. But let me put it like this. Sometimes men choose not to talk, because if they do, they can't win. No, they can't win. Because you still want to maintain a relationship. Men are logical. We don't. Utaniuliza swali in an interview, I will tell you that's personal. I won't give you a sound bite to make your podcast trend. Because what am I protecting? The people that I care most about. The people that I have a longer relationship with than this podcast that I'm doing. This is your child. This is the picture you're putting out in public about the father of your child. Okay? And again,
we've also seen men doing that most of the time. Right now, you find a lot of men going to podcasts. Wanasema that has been something that has been, and they are celebrities. That has been happening.
Talking about,
they have. It's nothing to do with like women.
Listen, talking about. I didn't say women. I am talking about a very specific person, not women. Shmoney. We don't get up to specific.
Jackie na Lugalo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about specificity. Not that women do.
Yeah, no. This is something that I've seen other people do too.
Fine. Listen. Just because you lack wisdom doesn't make your choice okay. Okay. As a mother of two, you should, as one of the biggest actors or actresses, you should know better. And let's assume she actually did that. What did he do for her
Exactly.
that he hasn't mentioned?
Exactly. Now pause on that. That's what I was
Where is
saying.
his point of view?
That is what I was to say.
So we are just believing her point of view.
We are not
Exactly.
it's
Pause.
not believing, Kamlesh. It's that it's out. And we gotta react to
It's
it.
okay.
And let's not count it out.
So
However
let-
much you
let-
guys
let-
might
let-
be on the other guy's side.
No, we are not
I
on
feel
anybody's
also-
side. This is
One is on
discourse.
No, that's what I'm
It's
still
discourse.
saying. Me,
We
I'm
are
open.
Playing
to-
devil's advocate.
Yeah, me, I'm open to actually listening to her. And I've been going through also the comment section,
Uh-huh.
right? And I've been seeing also other women coming out to talk about how such has happened to them. And I'm not saying it might not be Jackie today or Lugalo,
Other
but there are
women.
also women who have made bad choices with bad baby daddies. There's
We
a woman
agree.
on the first say comments, and I said, my baby daddy told me that he knows that I'm very hardworking, and he's sure that his kid will never go to bed angry, and he's very proud of me.
Let me tell you something. Again, listen.
Shout out to you.
Now you see.
This is again us being
Let's not lie that
logical,
that's also happening.
being logical and critical thinking and being an adult.
Yeah.
I have it on being an adult again.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
When you're having a baby, I don't know if people understand the responsibility that comes with a baby. Again, we keep on talking about money. How, as a woman, you're supposed to be having your finances together.
agree.
Okay. Now I go back to what I was saying. Understanding living with people, how important it is. Something I've learned about me. Don't go yapping about how people,
Help. How you,
you know,
help
how
people.
you're helping people. Okay. It's not beneficial, trust me. It's actually a trust break. That is something I've really learned. Unaenda break trust ya mtu, because it depends how deep the situation could be and how it's supposed to be just, I don't know, intimate, if I'm making sense, you know. It's not supposed to be something like kila mtu anafaa kujua, like nilienda nimemsaidia na hivi, mimi ndo nilimpatia hiyo mboka, mimi ndo kama si mimi ange. So how is it really helping the society? How is it really helping? This is life. Again, now being adults, okay? This is life. No one, like I always love using this term of we need each other as humans. I need you. Even when you talk about Sijui making money, there's no, I'll open a business today and I say I don't want to see anyone on my shop. So how am I supposed to make money?
Yep.
I need people to grow. People need me to grow in their own ways, literally. Unanitaka kama kwa shop yangu kubuy unga wende ukule. Mimi nataka hiyo do, nirudishe stock ingine and pia also feed my family. Like we need each other to grow. But it's sad that we've really forgotten the part of the fact that you also help someone. You're not looking at how someone helped you, because that is something I've also come to learn to look at. No matter how small the favor is, no matter how small the favor is, this person could have chosen not to help you and help another person. Learn to be appreciative. Life is about reciprocation. And maybe at that time you couldn't see and understand reciprocation, but you need to understand life is about reciprocation. Stop preaching about how and praising yourself. I'm the god, I'm the goddess, I make money more than. So what? We have billionaires and they don't even talk.
And this is why, and I'm not even
like the hell.
I'm not putting women down or anything, but you see, when you have a woman making money more than her man, it's more women that leave that union than men making more money than the woman. You get?
What's the problem?
The problem is women, most of them.
And what's wrong with that? I don't see any wrong with it.
So you're leaving your man because you have more money than him. You feel that's logical. So you're with him for money.
Of humanity
wait.
Anymore.
So
like,
you're with him because
society of
you're with him because
monetary
of the money he
value.
makes. That's your biggest.
Personally, I view it differently.
How?
Alright. I feel like at the end of the day,
Let
the man
me-
is supposed to be taking care of stuff.
Fine.
And I'm not even against.
Let me even give you numbers. Let me give you numbers so that you can
Kamlesh,
react.
let me cook.
Yeah, I'm giving you ingredients. So unatengeneza kaso. Sawa. Yeye anatengeneza
Kadhati.
35. Yes. Will you leave that relationship?
It depends.
Okay.
For me, it depends. For me personally, if I see that there is potential of that 30 making it to 90, making it to 100, but there's also the
So what if when he's at 100 you go to
where is
Treza?
that there are people who are comfortable, Kamlesh.
Yeah.
That's the problem I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see, I'm not even talking about leave a man because of this. Because women, we are made to actually, you can make a wrong choice or right when it comes to choosing a partner. Unaweza sema eti naona potential. Kumbe potential umeona sio potential. Unaele like hakuna, and then kuna potential like this has this and it works. People come. Me personally, I've been a space. I've been very open. There are people are like Nicole, like nah.
Yeah.
And I think I was like young and couldn't see, and they made it really well in life, and they're doing really, really good for themselves.
Yeah.
So using me as an example, yeah, I'm using because that is something.
Did you regret?
Yeah, at a certain point in my life, I was like, Shmoney, this was a bad choice. But looking at it from a space where I'm not that woman, because at that point when I was looking at it, siko na job, nilikuwa tu ni ule mademoni. I really want somebody who would like
take care of you.
Like be there for me. Unajua? But right now looking at it from a space
so
where
that's what women mean when they say be there for me. It's monetary.
No, listen. It depends. We are raised in a space where you have to choose the best bidder. Ukizaliwa kama msichana, hata unaambiwa na yeah, first thing they choose and they're like, and then a good partner. Unaelewa? Because unaweza chagua partner but akuwe like a very fucked up person in life. So I feel personally what women choose me. Are my kids gonna get taken care of? Am I gonna be taken care of? And I'm not saying you can't if there's like potential, but kuna wenye tu naona this is some lazy as well. So and I'm not gonna stand up for that shit. Uko na yeye, una try, it never works. So till when?
Hold on. So should you come rant about it, because that is now the type of now era, like I was saying, and generation we're living in. People just putting everything on social media.
No, the ranting part I don't agree
Should you just come talk about how your baby daddy? It's your choice you made, like you said.
I agree.
We are an adult. You choose the baby daddy. You choose this is the person like unataka kuzalia huyu, unataka na feel huyu ndo. You made the choice.
Yeah.
So if the whole thing fails, it is still your choice. You won't start blaming the child and start, because something like you mentioned,
I really don't think she's really blaming the child at this point.
She's not. But I want to tell you the effect of this now when it happens, when the mother start putting out, because this is something I learned from my mom, protecting me from not listening to anything negative about my dad. That's why it was so easy for me, even despite my dad's personality, for me to still wanna be around, because there was no the negativity I learned now, mimi mwenyewe, and I saw it myself, but I never had to hear
negativity coming from
a mother.
I know, that's wrong. I do agree in that perspective of not, because if like I'm gonna also use myself as another example, right?
So before you get there, Shmoney.
I'm not talking about yapping.
No, I'm not even talking about yapping.
Oh, I did this, I put this man on top. That was your choice, literally. But you did it.
Let me ask you something. And so I'm not saying this is what happened, but just let me put a hypothetical forward. And this is a very uneducated guess. What if alipata mimba kutry kuweka kijana around, because kijana alikuwa amechoka and wanted to go. Then since it was like unajua sasa tume-announce publicly, let's do this for the pregnancy, blah blah blah. Then kijana anachoka.
That's the problem. Also women want to.
Kijana anachoka, kijana anatoka. Because here's the thing again. If this had been the case, angekuja aseme hii story kitambo sana.
But she never talked about it also.
Now, and I'm just deducting here. I'm basically just Sherlock Holmes. After, and condolences after her father has passed away, you choose to defame or degrade the father of your kids. That's how you're grieving.
Has nothing to
No,
do with
no,
that.
listen. That's how you're grieving. Because you should be grieving.
Good question.
Okay? Is
'Cause
that how you're
it's like
grieving?
it's
Are you
really coming
grieving on a
from,
podcast?
It doesn't have.
No,
It
listen,
does.
Shmoney, you have to look at a person on a whole
Hata miezi
perspective.
zijaisha.
Lakini how does that actually work with a marriage?
No,
with
listen.
the father dying
No,
and
no,
Maybe
no,
she
no.
doesn't know how to
Listen.
grieve, and
No.
then we
It's a
live.
maybe.
We live.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
maybe.
maybe,
Listen,
guys.
I'm gonna put it as
And
a
we
maybe
are not
because
saying it is. We
I
are
really
just
have-
playing devil's advocates and putting situations forth
listen.
because
I think
they're very plausible.
we've discussed this a couple of times. Okay, most people don't know how to grieve. I think it's a conversation we've had.
agree.
You've also
Yeah.
given an
Yeah.
example of if someone you know, and literally, again, we live in this entertainment industry. This time we were having a discussion about how this industry, literally, there's so much just fakeness. Kuna fakeness too.
A lot.
You know, it's just for the brands because maybe to work for the same brand, but
Yeah.
it's a whole lot of fakeness literally going on. Fakeness
Yeah.
to the point where, a good example, again, I love using her as much as she's doing better, but ni kama anarudi hapo. Georgina Jenga was super, alikuwa ameisha. Like, and then we were talking about it. Most of the people, when it was being talked, people were like, oh, you guys are haters. No. There were people could see it. And you're living with a wrong crowd of people who won't tell you, hey, health wise haufanyi poa. Unakata na ukuli. You
You're
know,
not doing okay.
unafa ukuli, like ukuli, what is wrong? Like,
Yep.
you know,
How are you doing?
exactly, how you do. No one cared about that until akajeka to a point of detox and whatever she had to do. No,
Yep.
Tomorrow at least she's now looking like Georgina Jenga. In
Like
simple
a
times, what I'm
human.
trying to say is, in this industry, you could be going through shit, but
Yep.
because you have to probably work. Number one, you don't really have a good compound of friendship to talk about your what is going on in your life.
Yep.
Not to so many people.
Yep.
Also, like, maybe you don't also, not so many people are to be trusted. Do attend up your kiongea or whatever. I don't know. It's just a whole lot of fakeism. I don't know, kuna such term, fakeism. You know,
Fakeists.
wengi. You know, utakuwa hapo hadi saa hizo na grieve wakwambie,
Imposters.
kuja, you know,
Pretenders.
come to chill, hivyo ndo utakuwa poa. Grieving,
Snakes.
sometimes you need your own, you
Yep.
need to be isolated.
Very.
But ndo asharudia
need-
mabeshte, hata walikuwa shako sana, sijui akina nani. Like, please,
Yep.
give yourself time to
Like-
understand what is wrong maybe with your life. Why are one of things as they align? Group of people so you chill with sometimes, vitu zinaendanga, mtu kuna mtu akufungia njia. Like,
Yep.
break free from the chain. Because this is where the bitterness now comes from, because you don't have space to grieve. Now, naitwa in form of now baby daddy issues.
Yeah.
Please.
Because
Right, you're closing your mouth.
so here's the thing again, okay? People need to learn to differentiate between what is for public consumption and what should be kept private. Okay? Even if it's not for you, if there are kids involved, learn how to keep certain things within the household, no matter how big of a celebrity you are. Something I appreciate, we never hear nothing about Nameless's family. We never hear anything about Octopizzo's family, Yashinsky's family.
And there are people used to protect even family,
You get,
literally.
these are people that protect their families behind them and understand that calligraph sio molo. Sawa. Sijui jina Nyashinsky but najua ni Mkisi.
Anaitwa Nyamari.
Unacheki Nyashinsky si Nyamari. Nya.
Maybe that live with Nyamari Nyash.
Nyash. You get. So there are all these celebrities, and sometimes when you're in the public limelight, the pressure to overshare is a lot. And you should overcome it, especially when you're going through external issues that might make you overshare. Kindly abstain from these podcasts, from interviews, from
Bana.
situations that might make you
Log out.
demean your family or your father's child, because to this child, he's a hero. He's not your baby daddy. That's my father. Okay? And to me, he's Superman. To me, he's Superman. And unless you want me to look at my father negatively, protect his image in front of my eyes. That's the best thing you can do for me. You get? Yeah, but those are my closing remarks. Understand the power of speech and who it affects.
The same, literally. Understand the power of speech, because I'd say, especially to physical, bullying can even be verbal, and it even comes down to the point. Exactly. Vituka is like, and they're really, really painful things to hear. Like, they're not sweet things you wanna hear. So be very careful of what you put outside. I've said this again, and I'll say it again. Look at whatever you put outside, you know. That's why I'll go back to a meme, a quote which says, "You can't shame me for anything I've done. I did it and I had fun." If you should be very cautious of what you're doing. If you're doing it, understand how you're doing it and have fun in it. Don't come back later, 20 years, 40 years, when you're a grandma, or 60 years, you can't explain your words. Literally. Ensure you can back up your words even later. When someone questions you, why did you say this?
Yeah.
That's my closing remark.
Okay, my closing remarks, guys, is at the end of the day, the kid is innocent. Anything that might actually go and actually harm the kid, he was or she wasn't there when you were making the kid. So if you're going to actually harm the kid, whether the father or the mother, keep it between the two of you. But the decision is always yours at the end of the day. Much love. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Every Tuesday and Thursday, same time, same place. Have an amazing, amazing day.
All day, every day.